There are couples that got engaged and almost married that were not even aired whatsoever on the show, which I find to be wild. You go through this whole experiment and you think you're a part of the show, and then you watch and you're just nowhere to be found, which is always very interesting because they do in the beginning show a lot of the people, and then as the episodes go on, more and more fall off, and you're like, wait, where was that person and where's that person? And then you hear about the stories later on.
I've been looking at more of their social, and their stuff has been coming up on my TikTok too, because like Uche keeps doing Q&As on Instagram and, trying to speak to his character. And then on TikTok, I've been seeing a lot of this girl, Renee, who was in the pods, and we saw her a little bit. She was a part of the show, and then you can clearly see that they edit around her. I don't know. This is what drives me nuts now about the show, and I think this season really exposed it, and maybe they'll have to make adjustments moving forward. But it's like, if there is, I feel like they're so afraid of having multiple couples not work out and then having it be like, oh, like the point of the show is so stupid. Obviously love isn't blind. Like, look at all these couples breaking up, instead of just like showing what happens and there's drama and whatever. Like, Renee has been posting on TikTok. I believe she is on the Out of the Pods podcast today, speaking on it. So Wednesday, so there'll be more information. But the rumors that were circulating the internet was that she and Carter had gotten engaged, almost got married, and there was some sort of cheating incident. The rumor on the street is that Carter brought a girl back to like the apartment complex that they were all staying at, and Izzy and Stacy saw them, and then Stacy told Renee. I don't know. This is just like what I'm gathering from comments and things that have popped up. I'm sure Renee will share more of it. And then there was just also like speculation on Carter and perhaps his behavior. I don't know, because I had mentioned last week or whatever when it had come out that the production company was being sued by a contestant from this season. So the whole season just like so messy, and that's kind of a weird part of all this. Aaliyah, I also saw like a trailer for like her sharing her side of the story. It was edited like a true crime documentary. I was like, Love is like, it was like the police scanner like noise. It was like Love is Blind season 5 casting Houston, like Aaliyah, ICU nurse, like all the, and I was like, what is this? So clearly all of these contestants, more than past seasons, feel like they have a lot more to say about the show than previously, like not in a good way. But it's crazy to me that Renee and Carter would get that far and we just didn't see any of it.
It is wild. Because wouldn't you want to show that like the success to an extent because of how unsuccessful this season was?
Totally. Or like
in terms of like finding matches? Yeah.
And if Carter did cheat or attempt to cheat, I don't know, like isn't that objectively good reality TV? Right. Like, I don't know. It's very confusing on what really was going on, or if that is what really happened, or if there's more to it. Like I said, Renee will be sharing more, but she posted a TikTok of the scene of Lydia walking into the bridal shop, and Renee is next to her, and like she wrote like, oh, so nice of me and all my friends and family to go dress shopping with Lydia, because she was like Renee was dress shopping.
Yeah, and they
just don't show any of it.
That's wild to only show Lydia dress shopping.
Yes, and like the normal seasons too.
And
remember they always do a bachelorette party? Right. They always do a bachelorette party with all the people. The girls go out, the guys go out. They didn't show that either because Renee, like they just cut Renee out completely.
It's kind of wild too, because that I think is her first time. Like she wasn't married before or engaged before. Yeah. So it's like her first time doing all of that, and she thinks it's documented on camera, and then all of a sudden she's just like not a part of any of it.
Just not on the show at all. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Very bizarre to me. I don't know how you don't show it all, especially when like clearly this season, just lean into it. Like, you know that this season was wildly unsuccessful when it comes to couples like actually getting married. Just lean into like the drama, lean into them not being shown or whatever. I don't know. Maybe Carter is a shadier character than we realized, and for other reasons they had to cut them. I don't know. But seeing it all and seeing what she's posted, it's so crazy. Like just going on a show and then them just cutting you out.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine. Like you went through that whole, which is a
Whole thing.
seems like such a taxing process.
Totally, and like traumatic, and
Right.
like especially just if
There's so
everything
much
went
that goes
down,
into it.
and then just watching the show and you're just not in it.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would go score
Unless
stars too.
your ending was so like embarrassing to the point where you're happy it did not get played
Right,
out on
right,
TV.
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could also be the case as
Yeah,
well.
true.